Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, man, they win 2 games straight. It just goes to show you that you're not out until you're actually out. Now, like I said, these playoffs has been like really good. Now the Clippers are saying there's a chance that Kawhi may possibly come back. Um, Chris Paul, he's out for at least game one. He's on protocol. So yeah, I don't want to get into that on the stream. I don't want to talk about that on the stream because uh, you know, uh, YouTube have word censors. That's called algorithm, but they basically word censors. But you know, um, at the end of the day, kudos to the Milwaukee Bucks. They came back and won 2 crucial games, and they won this series. Now, some people gonna say, well, they should have won because the Nets wasn't. I mean, at the end of the day, they got it done. They got it done. They finished the Nets off. Now, James Harden, I'm gonna destroy James Harden in a solo video because it's just the same old story. It's just the same old story with James Harden or James Hardley. So it's just the same old story. And don't nobody come on that video and say, "Oh, he was hurt," and making excuses for James Harden. What about all the other times? So, at the end of the day, the Milwaukee Bucks, they go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like I said before, it's a lot of basketball to be played. They still got to get past Atlanta or the 76ers. So, to me myself, I think this is the funny thing. The year that nobody wasn't really paying attention to the Bucks, saying, "Okay, well they're just gonna fail again." Now it looked like they do have. I'm not gonna say a clear path to the finals, but um they got a path to the finals. The road gonna be bumpy, but they got a path to the finals. Can they beat Philadelphia or Atlanta? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, um, the Nets super team is gone. Kevin Durant is on his way home. You know, well, I appreciate that. I just do what I need to do. The funny thing is, I still have my 9 to 5. So, this is a part time thing for me. I just try to stretch work and some other things out all at the same time, covering boxing and doing the YouTube thing. I'm just myself. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Michelle. I'm finna cook. When I say I'm gonna cook James Harden, I'm gonna cook him on a separate video. You know, well, this year so far. This was the collapse of the super team. No LeBron, no Anthony Davis, you know, no Kevin Durant, no James Harden, no Kyrie Irving. So now you got the superstar in Giannis and a team that's clearly his team versus Joe Embiid, hopefully, or you may have the young guns and the Atlanta Hawks. As far as the Clippers, as far as the Clippers and the Phoenix Suns go, whew, man, I want to say the Clippers is gonna win this series, but I feel like anything could happen. But without Chris Paul being there for the first couple of games, they saying Chris Paul may not even return until like if he lucky game 3. I mean that's if he lucky. So they saying Chris Paul is definitely gonna miss at least the first 2 games. If he may be ready in time for game 3. And then by some miracle, if Kawhi can go, Kawhi. I just think Kawhi shouldn't even risk it. I just think Kawhi should just say, forget it. Just wait till next season and see what happens, you know, because you have to ask yourself, okay, can man once again do this? Can man do this for 6 to 7 games? Can he really take over for Kawhi Leonard? Yeah, we could talk about what somebody should or what somebody could do, but then it never seems to happen. A lot of people thought that Brooklyn should have won this series. And I'm not gonna do the coulda woulda. Well, if Kyrie Irving was there, then they would look. We have to focus on who was there. Well, I only want Kawhi if he's 70%. I don't think Kawhi should come back if he not able to go. Because at the end of the day, I mean, let's see can the Clippers make short work of let's see can the Clippers make short work of Phoenix. I definitely don't think it's gonna be a sweep. I think this series is gonna go 6 games regardless. I think whether I think whether Phoenix wins this series in 6 or whether LA wins this series in 6, I definitely think this series is going 6 games without a shadow of a doubt. I'm almost saying book it. I mean, the Clippers got enough to get past the Suns, but the question is, will they get past the Suns? You never know. Devin Booker could turn into Dwayne Wade or something. You you know, in that finals versus Dallas Mavericks, you never know. You never know. I think what's so intriguing about the playoffs this particular season, anything could happen. Brace yourself. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he could turn into Dwayne Wade. That's what I'm saying. Dwayne Wade went buck wild, like you know what I'm saying, in that final versus Dallas. Even though one of them games, the the Miami Heat went to the free throw line like an astronomical amount of times, but whatever. Whatever. I didn't have a horse in the race, but Miami got it done. You know, they lost the first two and then they ended up winning like four straight. I mean, Dwayne Wade like went on the. I'm talking about he went on the tear, and I think Devin Booker could. I think he could become this year's. They're gonna be probably somebody that's gonna come out of nowhere and just like be a surprise in the finals, whether it's in a winning effort or a losing effort. I think somebody is gonna emerge in these finals that we didn't at least expect, and they're gonna establish themselves as a legit star. I'm anxious to see what Steve Nash is gonna do next year and what Brooklyn is gonna do next year. Cause you hearing D'Antoni is gonna leave. So we just we gonna have to see. We hear he gonna be interviewing for a couple of head coaching gigs because there definitely gonna be some available as well as, you know, some gigs that's already available now. So we shall see. Anyway, thanks for tapping in. I'll be back later.